Yo abusia nanso so da foforo. Today we are discussing a very important topic. Ehu hia me na ehu hia. Witcher bonds. That's what we are discussing today. Now me no be what are bonds of witches? What are bonds of witches? Any ebedi kan hwe na ewia ya ba behwe money bonds. Ana money bond. Tie. We are in a situation or in a condition. If we want to talk about spirituality that will change the entire system or the entire continent, then we have to go back and do it well and do it right. So we are able to get the attention of our leaders. When it happens like that, we are able to push etheric knowledge into their system because the omubekano ena omainu etie. Adentia, because they have gone through voting which represent a covenant. Yedi assassino ane krono ana omaino ne right edi amom. So whether they know or not, the fact that the right of the land is being given to them, kafra mumfancha besebe, so ye papa, so ye boni, assassini befa, na assassini fanso asasem na ulida na kanu, ehunsu nsanso, and a bakuru so. So when you be a when you da form pa, wo shade ya, ubehu se afiwe no, and crophobia almost sisi covenant biano and assassin a claimi. And crofua ewu this year no. So when you be a we are very intelligent now do we need to form out. Ubehu se crofobia no mo ewu this year no odin. Na yenim omo be wumpa ka ho ansa na fe no akọ na wiye. When people are covenant, we have to ask ourselves so many questions. So, what is going on in the land? Enti edru babia sebe yen kasakeke about spirituality for fame or for fans. No. We don't do that. At the moment we start joking or playing with spirituality, no me pesa woti asese ye de yenkwa ene ye di agrono. The reason you see all the errors going on and all the horrible things na ACC yeso ewo kurom ha no. Yen Ghana for de na nka ye mpe tuturasem empe mojasem ene niam asebio kafra anka eye tan ana eye hu na ye mfa ye nsanhiem na weyi num nyina ye hu no efiri he. In the school of witches and wizardry, they teach about an important subject that is called the nature spell nullification. Se unima unim. You know, when it comes to witchcraft, in fact, in Ghana, I don't think we have any other certified witch than I am. Obienwa watana classroom 3 years esua beisem. Me na me koka men entrese me yebeyifo ne mpo feel say me yebeyifo enye na wunim na awoka no medikan akasa. When you look at African continent and where we stand now and while we talk about witchcraft, then you will know that there is nothing that was happening or our ancestors were practicing anyhow from abosomsom to even our culture, to even our food, to even how we were doing abosomsemna mokanina is no more there. Our traditions. In fact, the way you journey bibia asesa. We are completely a lost generation. So pa shetete kweduno, anatete body. Upai mu ana body number no the way eti na yedin na wo fufuo nipo a na body number no na etuetuem sesi upai kwadu mu a unhu amba bia upai body mu a unhu amba bia. Everything about us as black people has left us. Na edenti na masa aniama we ebaaye from yaware to yawo yawo ba ni wi rituals ayeye ni nyina asesa efiri hi na ebaaye eyeye kasa ayeka ana nimdie na yeni na nimdie ni yeni a yebeye den ni yasa akofa sa nimdie ni se yepese yede ye ho. These things are very important. Na ye wo bibia your friend says spell nullification. So be cast a spell to obi so a na ye wo kwan a ye fa so a ye yi sa spell ni free ho. Everything has what destroys it. Bibia wo wiase a wade a esay no bibia so wo wiase bia nso so wo na chi wade. I send love to my Kenyan people, my Congo people, all African countries. They are telling me to do pure English. Your sister didn't go to school like that. So I cannot do pure English. The reason I try for them to write so I can say a bit for you to understand. So if you can translate, there are people in Côte d'Ivoire who have a hall that they watch me. I appreciate you guys. They place a television there and they all go there like a cinema hall. They will be watching and one person who can speak our local dialect will be translating. He does that for them to pay him. I am so happy you guys are doing that, and I have promised to visit one of these days to watch with you people. I appreciate everything. Everything about us has changed. Before the olden days, everything that is happening here, they would have had something that can nullify whatever that is happening to us, whether good or bad. In this topic, they teach about what you should stay away from in terms of lifestyle, so that your fortitude as a sorcerer may not be weak. When you go to witchcraft school, they will teach you that it doesn't matter that you have power, so you should exercise gullibility before people. You might have the power, but you have to know how to carry yourself, what to do and what not to do before you are polluted. When you go to school, even if you have a special ability, so woko akoma yesi ye kotiti obi akom, woko asofudie so yesi ye kwa kotiti obi asofudie adentia ube kona mama ya tetewu so da ube hu niese wo ye ne niese se wo ye saa na nka eba witchcraft mu nso so a etie so that unko se wo hu engina ho te se wo practice witchcraft a se beta frache na eye scavenger job na wo te ho a wo ye. Listen, natural ability can be manipulated and can be polluted. And to one shoni ya obaka se wo ye bibi but ade a wo ye ni in natural fact enya de papa na wo ye. But unim se wo nkoje eduro bia enti to you wo de wunim enti ubehu se we are doing levels of consciousness. I told you about the monkey consciousness, and from this evening and next evening, you know, spiritual hour will give you a lot of consciousness. We have vampire consciousness. I'm going to break all these differences down for you. So when you are practicing something, you will not feel that you are into something. Okay. Because maybe people are applauding you or people are appreciating you or whatever you are doing is giving you something to eat. So you will feel it is okay. No. Enti, me pesa woti ase se power bi a wo no ade bi a onipa wo use no bebrebe no elusi ne value. Enti na ye nananom wo kase bi o mo kase too much of everything is bad. I tell people, when you have opportunity, when you have the chance, na se sebe o me se wo ho apahwe ni ye, because I want the plaster etele wo ho foforo a etare pa se wo wai na wo san de tare biom a ebetare, but wo be waya tare ebeduru ba bi no wo wai na wo de tare biom a entare biom. Sa na bebre omo gift na ewo omumu no akwakoye. I have been to many mythological academies eba sunsun sema me school bebrebe. Unfortunately, we don't actually have a school here in Ghana like that, till I'm bringing it here. India, Mexico, America, Peru, there are South Africa, Paris. Witchcraft school there is only in Paris. What these kinds of schools and a UK and what these kinds of schools, you know, which I have tried my best to go through a lot of them. I have been through all these academies and sorcerer schools. So take it from me that these things are important. But the reason why I'm discussing this is that we have come of age where there are no secrets anymore. Eniamani bi wo hwa anka woko school na wonka. But metumi aka kire say for 15 years na me rewura all these schools numuni 20 years I may cost school when kitten. There are things that I can sit here and say now. Not before no, now we need that right to say it. Nanka wuko school na knowledge na wo no eye wo dia, but there is nothing like secret anymore. That is why ana bibisa occult societies they say ana Freemason for no say what is the secret now? Because every book is now out. 100 years ago there were books that you could not even put out for people to read. In fact, even Bible, na nye obia na wobi, na oyi baako onipa osofo pe na wobi, e na obeba be kan ni na age so amen. When you go to Roman church, then the father will come and stand there and be like, monyan kwasi afanka mi fia broche na me bedi musika na medi. Na yesu age so enye hwe. Kama wo yo broni. Now the books are all over. So there is nothing like secret anymore. So now, some of these things I can share them with you. Because secret bia any hobium. Even some pastors are taking my teachings and preaching it. It's so beautiful. Some are giving credit. They will call you and give you credit. Some are also doing bush bash. They will say it, and when they finish, they will just insult you. And your problem. It's so beautiful, and no issue at all. But the structures is what I am praying that they are able to change it. They know what I'm saying is good, but the structures that they have made with the Bible, when they talk to you about the Bible, Jidi, name men koshushem. And omo kan say mo fa mo so to Bible no kwa so omo ntimi di kodi. So now they are getting it. Other self-styled spiritual people think they are smart and hijacking my teachings for their selfish works. But these things don't bother me anymore. Ube say omo betena wa o omo nka hwe wunya kan topic o kan word. My words are topics for them, and you know. I can't tell them say spirituality is one big family. So anything you say or anything you do, no, the people know. Our platform is so when we say pin, it is everywhere. I am so happy. Even the names they give to themselves is coming out of my mouth. That makes me their mother. I am their Jesus. I am their savior. That one there, they won't tell you, but a time is coming, you will know all this. They are only working for my good. And one day, they will know. I won't give them that secret now. But pray. You can take this as a prophecy. What are the bonds that hold the human spirit and make it vulnerable? Even though you may be a witch or a gifted person. Na ekosu ewo nipa abrabom a etimi ma onipa ni sunsum a ewo ni mu no eye weak. Say wo ho odin, say wo ye spiritual person, say wo ye gifted person. Ade na etumi koso. Ewo wumu na ema wo ye mre. Edian bonds na betumi ye pini wo down. Eno na me pese ye hwe. In short, the witcher bonds are a few ways by which a spiritually gifted person or sorcerer can avoid things that may seem normal but are detrimental to their existence. And then, meaning spiritual people, they are on this platform. There is no spiritual person in Ghana who is not on this platform. They are just hypocrites. They are here. Me, I know. If you say pim, they will just wait for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Oh, no, mafa. Common topics. They can obey me. Or say, how do you get your topics? When you are doing what is in you, you don't struggle. You flow with the universe. Because the universe not identify and testify. Say, Adiana, you have ownership over it. So even if you call for help, anything at all can help you. Because I personally feel a lot of them are losing themselves. As at how and why, I cannot tell. But I think they also need this education. So we are learning ourselves and we are giving them education because they need it. But pride will not let them humble themselves to ask. But as a mother, I give it out there, and those who can pick because they pick everything from this platform. One shon ya wo gift and so na ube derail every ho ana ube hwere no sa power no me boss bi sam say ensunsuno ye wo witchcraft any gifted children mu no eyeden we can get a healer, we can get obikuru obetumi ahwem tofe ye betumi enwu abofra owo gift sebio sebusum bi wo fie wa obetumi akasa afa ne mu ni ade ba which de eye abusua no esunsum law and lawyers. It's omo wo power to control the house. Eye papa na omo tumi ma omo beka se we yan wo no we ma yan wo no omo no betumi aka se we ontuna busua ni mu ontena. Witchcraft, no, yeah, yet 2-3 episodes. We can get into it another time when the chat is stop. So, and then we are going to talk about these 2 important things. Say, yes, obi a covenant, obi taking a vow. Should that person take that covenant or a vow seriously? Why do we sign a covenant or a contract? These are things yen taking it serious. So, at where we are, we don't even take documents serious. Because we don't understand this knowledge. And when they say, I am marrying you till death do us part. That very word, I want you to talk to your bishops to decode them for you. Do you marry in the church and take those vows for God or for who? I want you people to ask your people to decode this for you. The papers you sign in the church, when they say till death do you part, ye nyame asem nti na wo betena ho ana ye covenant bi na waye nti e na wuntu me firi ho. When they say Christ is married to the church, that is why your upon the blood need to bridge 2 people together. They will tell you that in the Garden of Eden, sin happened between 2 people. Separation came between God and man. And then separation also came between man and woman because of the betrayal. When they say these things, what actually are they saying? Untina Yesu ba ye na obehwie ni moja ni gu ye na obe marry church no obe closing the gap between onyankopon and nipa. Untina almost say Christ is married to the church. All these things are codes. Tell your pastors to decode them. So today we are going to talk about witcher bonds. Abusia me man krankre bi akwaba at the bad time with Maame Grace Jumedie kese yi. Eso. Yo abusia nanso so ye kwesi ada. Na ebo no nsia pa na unim se unua ba fefe meba na me ne wo apetwetwe enkomo. Enne asem a ye ka no mepese obi entie ne yie. Se wakoware. Na moye separated no obi akọ ne baabi na mo ankotena se anye the right thing mo ankojai obi embehwe but enye no ano no se woni obi eye adwuma na moye contract na wa sign wo part na onipa nso sign wo part mo de ntokwa wi a mo make sure se contract no so ma handle sa niama we ni ye koka ho asem witcher bonds na ye wi a mepese meka the entire Africa for aye poor when they tell you people are poor and then person me mouth sa secret no so me man krankra bi akwaba at the bad time with Maame Grace Jumedie kese. So on this platform I am the prettiest preacher, but now you can call me the Grand Phoenix or the Divine Phoenix. Call me the Goddess of Light. That is who I am. That's why I always send you light and love, because I have it in abundance. In actual fact, that is what I represent. Enti unim se kwesi adedu a meba betena na me ne wakasa me ne wo kasa wuntie se wahu mimi ye nipa moja ne nsuo nam mimu onyame abomi na mafa all the cosmic laws ni mu na mabegina ha na me ne wo kasa as your son goddess onje anu ntum Albaniafo anya AI oba a omofre ni dialer na dialer no in Albanian language no kohwemu a eye the sun. We Africans, they be I want us to learn and get deeper. I want us to care about our continent and our generation. That is why we sit here and talk. Mema wakwaba at the bad time with Maame Grace Jumedie kese so and the uni midina huduo ni nyina. But don't forget to call me the Grand Phoenix and the Sun Goddess. That one you will know or understand this one day. Maybe that time na meko. Today I am taking you through 2 things very important. As a now let's look at this. What are the bonds of witches? What are the bonds of witches? What are the bonds of witches? I want to start my first subtopic with contracts. Now, I'm saying this because there has been so much noise about marriage certificates and side chicks in the media, especially concerning the late Daddy Lumba and his 2 wives. And no ama nkrofo ekeka niema bebrebe marriage any certificate any contract vows niema bebrebe e na ekoso ewo media no so because of ade we tie wo betumi de aba forma na wo de abeduru ba bi se papa ayi apostle kodesafo aye hu ni so ye nyankopon so wahu obia nim so ye nyankopon ono nso sebio kafra ni wu achi no wo behu so ono nso so asem bi okan ye wo social media for ne baboy no ene de bi a okan wo dem eno nso so obi a na ye nyina ye hu ni se nyame no wo behu se achira asem no eya ye bebrebe wo kona akodi kokonsa kan de ameka ye adenti na ya eniama bi se etumisi because that the lumba na ye hwehwe stage burial de amano now look at it nsem na ye bebrebe a ye hu ni ayeye nti contract ana covenant ana vows ehu hia edi nsunsanso obi be nipa so eno na mpese ye hwe medical aka kire ye nyina se memenya blogger enti niama ekoso na nkrofo okan who that spiritual person or who okan emfa me hu mi nka bi because menya blogger but at the moment ebe hitting the peak of spirituality no ehọ na obehu me wo ho because I am African's finest spiritual visionary. So anything spirituality, if it is going to throw dust into the eyes of people, you will see me there. That is what I represent. Eniema we akoso bebre wo papa yi ne yire nom ne na ade emu yi. Omo comment section, when you read comment section honoma, I heard someone say that in spirituality, signing for marriage does not matter. Be any cancer. I want to ask to understand this. Before you go and gossip, say what I said. Makachro what I represent and what will bring me out into a case. I just say a peak for spirituality. A baby a air kono a shaky and I'm a banam de abesisu ye na yeko. I'm not doing this to tarnish anyone's reputation or attack. I don't even have that time. I have mental stillness in me. So I don't attack people. I don't do these things. I'm only educating people because some of these things, when we say them, you're too outrageous and you're too serious. Now listen, do not take contracts for granted. Never, ever for you to do that. Say, "Oh, your contract be," and you feel you are just doing it for the awope. Now, normal. Do not do that. Never do that. I'm not even going to go deeper about this for now. Some people sign contracts and they feel, oh, let me sign for the sake of faith. Oh, Maame nche we so de amame keke Maame sign keke na me farmer no na me nkwe. Be careful. What you sign, it will more to do than what you can think of or what you think you can benefit. So don't just do. Se wo beti we ase a na wo beti ase so say. Se wo di ukokromoti ni kobo ink ni mu na wo di isi paper ne so a wo sign a bigger contract and so say wo ye careful. Me masika e ma wo to me na mfa anye sa ade no because you can lose yourself. Contracts are very serious. So don't just sign it. Do not just sign it. You can sell your soul off. You can sell your life off. You can even end your entire destiny because of that one thing you sign. So unima kono ko bisa de entia obema bi be yare ada ho ana oba bi be yare ada ho na o wule maame wo ho but dia ne yiri beka bi ya na ye adwuma nti se ne yiri ni so obeku na obeku no one time ni kunu so obeku no one time because of that one thing na okọ sign here. It's not a joke. And do not let anybody tell you, say, any spiritual insusanso. And then you some people just sign, oh, Maame sign, me na me donunti, no wako sign, me na me penasemunti, no wako sign, be warned, beware. But I don't blame the panelists who miseducate people on television. I blame the TV producers and show owners. I blame them. There are things that sometimes, so we will be a sebi, open with sanity. Listening to radios and TVs, no, because the stress that conversation will give to you, no. One person say, we are cooking way, and we are say. Until if you want to listen to radio, you depressed. I don't blame them, but at the same time, we are in a country where you have freedom of speech. Obiye to me kanadwene, ina obi aso de no ho, de obi apebi otumi ye, nti untumi nka hwe. na emom no me pese nda ne yenhwe bibi because ababedu level bi a because yetumi ka de yepe bi obi anya yetwinti ye ka bibia na nkrofo abage ye so yendwen sunsuanso a de ba ye so na yadwen sunsuanso a de be koduo tie ni so na yadwen sunsuanso a de be ma oman ni mu ni nyinara ewo international world no when they listen to you and watch you yendwen say niama we hu because yen care about where we are no emfa ye ho ye wo ba bia ye feel say ye betu kwan akọ ye feel say akọ ye better nti ye nhye kuro no eche papa emanu nyam emba ye ho ti ye feel say ye betu atena ba bia aka bibia ye pe emfa ye ho. Spirituality is not for trends or popularity. I can warn you because I'm the spiritual visionary. I can caution you. Let me caution you or draw your attention to this. Do not say things because you feel people will like them. Do not use spirituality to communicate people's problem to them because the problems people go through doesn't make them. You use spirituality to communicate what will make people. That is why you cannot play advert when it comes to spirituality. Intimate can't show problem no. Say marriage, war, any saying, that is your problem. That is what you want to hear. It is your problem. It is not making you. I tell you what will make you. So we should all learn about these things. You can say whatever you want. You don't communicate things that people want to hear. There are people who have things they want to hear. But those who want to grow and become something bigger or better, they want to hear what will make them. That is what is called spirituality. It is not for trends. It is not because when you say them, people will hear. Any spiritual person who says that signing a marriage contract or any other contract has no spiritual strength is a joker. I'm telling you this with every confidence. It's a complete joke. I'm sorry for my harsh words, but I have to say it as it is. Because why are you even saying that contract? It doesn't matter when it comes to spirituality. The whole cosmic now, yetimuno, it runs with laws. Everything, even the soul dwelling inside of you, no, it runs with contract. So why would you even say that contract doesn't matter when it comes to spirituality? That is so serious of a thing to say. Sometimes it is so sad. Islam, you have to say these things. At the moment you say that, you become a Muslim. What is that? In Christianity, you have to say that Jesus is the only way and blah, blah, blah. I say, accept it. What do you call that? We all say that the covenant. What do you call that? The whole system now, your woman has a contract. So as a spiritual person, why would you even say that contract doesn't matter when it comes to spirituality? It was a great error. I have to come out. The school of sorcery across the world talks about the fact that you must exhaust all your options before you sign a contract within the law of men. Any school you will go, I have been to all those schools. Spirituality, you can promise. You can have natural abilities. It's okay. I had to say, Obia sebe mfanchami. Obia anko school no ability obetumye yusu. But Obia wako school aka ability no only you're polished. And yes, school ni nebe make you. School ni your normal formalities. Okay? But the ability no what na se wo school can different thoughts at the idea, you become great. And that is what I do. Anything I mean, na ma rolling me home to school and easy mom. Na ma ye into one of the schools, no, America said the school of sorcerers, no, they will tell you, say, before I will be signing any contract, no. Onumpo the sources a contract of men. Say wo exhaustive bibia option bia wo we na wo carry and sign na what sign. We Ghanaians, we don't respect these things. Until obi di bibi ma ye read it through ni sign. That is why I was telling people, so when you are signing the passport, because wako wo pe say obani nye citizen, until na wo sign here, read it nenkosi and sa wa sign it. So wo di loan na read the every bit and sa na wa sign it. Oh yes, shopping, oh to aduane read the and sa na wa sign it. We don't do this because we don't respect these laws. Enti uko broni no ye shopping na obeche obibini oyitum no wa drive no abese. We don't have time for nothing. Or asase onhwe document no onye. Ni birth certificate kura onibi. We don't respect documentation because we lack spiritual understanding of this. That is why when I hear say we need to talk about this. Please, before you go and gossip, now don't watch me with hatred. When you watch me with love, that is when you get my conversation. Mini anum abusuya ye di bibia ma wana wo san ukoye adwuma ye de ma na wo san udi ma ukoji loan ye de ma wana wa san hospital ye koye wo surgery ye de ma wana wa san. We don't read. We don't read. We sign for what we want. The rest we don't care. The Greeks, Romans, British monarchs, and even the Europeans, whose foundation the law of marriage certificate was established, used 3 universal forces to bind marital laws. Omo de sa niyama we bre mo no Maame control plane ade bia ye practice wa ha. So omo de fi baby bre yenya, we need to get the source and know those who put it together. So omo ye mystery school teachers, we need to know because so omo ye druid, we need to know because who nipa na put ade ni together. That is when you are able to read between the lines. And yes, I will be signing bibi, udi bibi be so wukon. So the marital law now omo de ba ye na sebe. Ye kan wa sorry, ye kan wa baby the vows. Se see ekura the engagement okura omo san take vows no. I don't know how they understand all these things. The first force is land. Law, L-A-W. The first force, now that's a marital law, nimuno. The land, L. The second force is air. And the third force is water. The day you will take your time to learn everything you see, you realize that everything na wo practicing ye bibi e connect e wo na wo wiase na wo drive. Lack of understanding ebe ma wo be drive akọ ditch. So when we say law and marital law, forces are waka abom no eno na ma kire wo no. Land, air, and then water. L no stands for land or represents land. Eno so na what ye. A no stand for air. And then the W no stand for water. That is law. To all those who are practicing law, they should understand where they stand etherically. Because I know they are when you have understanding of this and you want to practice law, you will do better. You will not go and represent people in court and at the end of the day, one person will juju you and you will come and sit at home miserably. When they say law, these are forces that represent law. The name law, this is where it came from. I have told all of you here how these forces keep memory of our entire reincarnation. And so, swearing under a law to marry someone is a celestial contract. At the moment, Albekude Mrano, Ekoye Eduma. Sa wo de kwa ware na wo ko swear ne pe. Wa frɛ sa niame asase no na wa frɛ ensuo na wa frɛ mframa. Niama miensa we de hi na eni ho ma wu nipa wo betumi atena se. This is why you say till death do us part, because when you throw in all these 3 forces and you are not able to keep it, death is your portion. We don't understand these things. We just get up and go and do anything. I pray our churches will take this very seriously. You are not marrying because of God. The vow you are taking, it has got nothing to do with God. You are just calling entities or forces to come and witness what you are doing. So when you want to leave that marriage, don't leave it because nobody will beat you. This is why one thing keeps repeating in one family. Obia kwa waria ni yejano. Obia kwa waria ni yejano. From today onwards, all the pastors should go back to their book, their certificate, and see all the marriages are omo blessing, omo shosha and crofun. If they are no more, they should put them back and dissolve it. It will free their consciousness. The things we tell people, we don't have knowledge about it. So we just tell them in a shallow manner. Iti o Kristo ni bia nim say till that do us part or waria menyame maintenance so jai aware no onim say ye forces na ofre ye no or the year aware no. At the moment you call these forces no, you are having a celestial contract. So much I say, it means you are giving your soul and energy in exchange for whatever your partner brings. And you agree to whatever is written in the paper you sign. Aware no ye sign sir. At this point, the law of this country should look into marriages. Marriage is a work quarter every 2 years, 3 years. They should look into it and see how they can dissolve it so the people will be free. Because omo court ni sa no mu njaya won so bia forget no bia akware ye kunyehu o akunyemba e de account. Because at the moment that covenant exists, it will eat you up. The law of the country will give you options. We have customary rights, but they will still go and sign a contract and take these vows. And when they are leaving, me see almost so come. Me say abodam mienu na wo wi ase eni aduru. Me say den abodam mienu na wo wi ase eni aduru. Obema wehu oba ope na na oba wehu obema ope no. Bibie ni wi ase obeka. Woni tua sa ade ya girl yi koye yo kowu. Hey, abusu sembe na girl yakofa ato no husi o show social media to prove a point. You are dead. Edie be no be me yakofa yi asini so obema osi ojaya ware eni oba osi ojaya ware sa abodam ne ye one eni aduru. Oba wehu obema opeso ware na no obema wehu oba opeso ware abodam number 2 eni susu ni aduru. Wo be kan den obeja ya so de kwa po ahye sofo no asini so sa kom sa abodam mienu eni aduru. You stand on the land to sign that contract. You say a vow by invoking the natural power of air. Ahoden na askasa no sakasa ye mframa nti asem na wo kan wo invoke mframa no e na ba bia wugina no so asase no so na wugina. That's your life force ominia. Speaking is the practical way for us to manifest consciousness in the physical realm. Nti if you don't understand all these energies and frequencies and you feel you can do anything anyhow, it will go against you. You don't say vows for entertainment. No, please, mama yen taking me maybe seriously. You don't say vows for just entertainment. They are serious. You stand on the land and you use air. Now when you invoke his spirit, they say vow, you feel it is finished. Oh, no. Mama yen taking yama seriously. Me say, you can marry without saying any vow. In fact, you can write your own vow, minia. There is nothing like one fatal. You won't confirm you why you woo no or right is taken. Now what cause we could take marital vow? Debbie, it won't work. It will be some conform now watching plant 20 years. They are doing so well. I don't call you no one na wahala. Say you don't know who you are. Your right was taken. You won't confirm you or more abusumu mufie. Obi okra ye wo na ye bi trotting na obi dada. And that person opa kwa America na kwa wari obi foforo. That contract is still there waiting for you. Into between nipa na twempena 20 years. Hwe nsimu be ye greater stuff. The day obey ye effort so wari wa me take vow. You are finished. Bibia be jimi bibia be say. Ebi so wari a obewu 20 se be facha me nkola ni bewu. We have to check all these things. Mo maye ma spirituality ni nye so shallow. I me do time e wupe. We na akoka omobu afu den. This is why I keep repeating myself for 2 years. Ma cancer me say me marriage I say me nkan da. Ma cancer. When you say marital vow, you are invoking the celestial nature spirit of air to bear witness to your new soul contract. That is why you act till they do as far, because you've called your life to come and witness. Say, it is a wunya breaking that covenant now. What pam and quail through to who be the and then I'm we are facing a lot of problems because of copy and paste. When somebody says something, no, you need the total knowledge of that thing. That is what is also killing us. In your invoking of the power of water, you use your blood. Umoja, and no why my mythological gods, and my fluid gods and so. And it's a make cancer would do mojano, they represent water. I know you understand, they are all liquid. Remember, this simple knowledge. So you use your blood that represents liquid or water, symbolized by the ink. Ink now you feel you are just writing that you use to sign. So you see the water and then the land where you are standing, and then the air. ade we no waka bom na ode akoye sa vow no e na ode ato. And you feel you can just walk out and go and ujaya sorry na asa. No. It's because the church is not giving you this knowledge. And ka we catch lots of furniture and patron me your wedding. And ya by force mpo. The church should take their time and teach this. So the people will decide whether they want to take that vow or not. They are not taking that vow for God. And you know. But these are forces they are invoking. Every covenant, blood will move. Inti Yesu, the covenant, there is blood. Inti no say, mundi ni moja na mundi ni honam na mufanya ni nkaye. Mundi sharp ni muma. Inti, see anenye moja we, but the pen you are writing with the ink is representing the blood in you. In ancient occultism, initiation is done by blood signing. In ancient occultism, it is alleged that one party be wagana ha. Omo pani ni share party ni wie yo di bibia sembo ni bibia sa so no twa ne nsa no di ni moja e di silia no. What can a party like this do with that person's generation? If you have etheric leadership, that is when you can decode all these things. Say yampa say pani ni ye bibia wie no or the ni moja sign paper no so a na chese onim ni aoye ba wo a wudi a kire no nso onim dia papa na ye. Inti papa ne generation so wo so oni ho e dey na wo this generation here. Anytime you append your signature to anything on paper, you are using your blood to agree. That is why we go to vote. Ye de boja akusi so say ya append so amaso mesi so ombra. Please don't just sign. The church should tell the people this. Mon country nyina so that bibi okọ sign say ye rent say ye dien they will look into it. We don't care about these things. I don't want to say yes sign ko say ye loan say ye hwan and one say yes sign ko. What it means is that if you go against that contract, you will give out your blood and you call the celestial water energy to be your witness. Ade why you knew. So when jina asase no so afra asase no and wasan wodo vows na wo stake wasan friend from manabem and afi wode umoja so asan anu say nyama we na so eye poisonous you are dead. Obi obeka say it was just verbal enti no enye contract dabi eye verbal kra you invoke the ujina asase so ana wotena ase kra wotena asase no so and na wode e kan wo de wano kan ti na me ka tell say girl no ne twin na ka tell say we are doing one of those things. Say won ware na enko promise because promising no so nipa ne betu person onye wa obetumi agina asem na wo kan no so ayo because na wo di invoke and so wo take that vow no enti say nya contract a wasan na moje anima is still a contract mpesa wo te ase enti men ka say wo ye wo de wano na kan keke and there's nothing like that so wo de ko hunamani embre mu a na wo ni evidence a on beka tro se koba so be person yo be spiritually obe yo because what na me ka tro a celestial contract na we take no at the moment as any man me say starting in nipe akọ beyond the physical. So bia te sa asemu ya say how can the whole TV station invite someone to come and sit on air to say that marriage certificate is useless? American kombechi ni sesia o person o tre say omo tete court woni na omo nim nyansa hey you and come back choose see until just a law na ye wa ha na hu ni fa so and signing for marriage has no spiritual effect. Hey, are you okay? Like seriously? I was like, what? Like how? Now systems na what we ask na nkasa ye use no kra ni na is copied from the realms of the spirit. Enti bibia ni one ma ebe manifest wo honam ye ni a emfiri sunsun na eba. That is why the Bible said that what the spirit conceives gives birth to the physical. There is nothing like difference. So when nipa na woto wono kra wo kasa me sunsun ati umu na ma wo nipa na wo kasa. Inti decision bi ani wa wo honam ni take en sunsun no enka ho. Inti no obi a wawu, obi na sha ne draw sebe, obi na dware no sunsun na firi ni mu. Inti why would you even say this? Say marriage has no spiritual effect. I was like, really? How? What sort of spirituality are you teaching people? If you don't know, you don't know. But whatever I'm saying, I'm saying it with love because but that is a very big issue. Say, hey, no, it's too serious. That is why I have to step in. I will say this and say it again. If you are not ready to abide by the contract, ask for it to be changed to suit you. Until I make us say church one they should change the vow now. Take you. In fact, as I know they will get angry, but it will do them a lot of good. It will do them a lot of good because you keep taking that vow and it's not favoring you. You keep disgracing yourself because the vow you are taking, you don't know the forces you are invoking. And again, they don't even know the families they are coming from. Because in their mind, it is finished. You were a liar. That is shallow knowledge for you to think like that. I'm telling you. The mistake we make is that since the invention of white marriages, the first person's vow has been used to this day. It's a big error. We can change these vows. The pastors should listen to this. You can change this vow. It is not for God though. It is obedient establishment. No, na otias here. Intina make us say, when they bring a law or a setup or a system to you, look at those who set that system. That is where you get a clearer understanding from. So ube apply and now ube making adjustment. The church need to make adjustments with the vow. It is not for God. It is somebody's setup. You keep failing. Find out why you are failing. What is not good, so you are able to adjust it. Also, some more the other partner you are doing it. Ebia worry too. And you can change all these things. A human setup. You can change all these things. Wo a polygamous child. O maame, o papa worry me, and someone na worry me, and so what of us are we are saying you will fail. You see, when they tell you the truth, you hate it. Straight. Inshallah. I am going straight there. What's your time with Maame Grace and we are discussing witcher bonds. The way we are joking with spirituality is so sad. Change the vows to suit you, Minia. Marriage contract is a spiritual bond. Get this straight from me. It binds you from land, blood, and air. It is a contract of the gods. It can be used against you or for you. If you don't know, today I have told you. Enti wuni ni pa na etwe mpene nkoshe bobia. Se wo ho ba enke kansem bia. Because you feel so sorry ahoko, e be chase you. Eye wo na be throw your life away. I have said this multiple times. Obie ni wo betumi age your life every some eye wo and na wo be throw na away out of ignorance. You are involving yourself in so many things you have little understanding of. They will choke you. You go and marry, also quiet knocking. Kuku no wako, no ma jinsano, no ma numbi. Who feels a knocking, ye nothing. Who will be for Franu will move you on. Our real cry, Yakoyo be mwadi, or mungu, we're moving on. And you want to be free. You are creating a whole cobweb for your children. Be smart. Do not just carry the same vows in your marriage. Mun changing your mem. Over to Miaka. Say today, I take asumesi. Some missionaries say unye skana o mami bia meja. It is what you can and I walk. Nti onye sikana wa ma wa woko. And Maame Grace, me take bishop asumesi. I don't know mere unya akofro oba afofro I am gone. It is your vow. That is what you can. Mun change mu na mo amomboa mo na mo bredodo. You are a different agent. You are setting up those laws, no? A different agent. Wow, wo shame. Also a different agent. Your spiritual needs and conditions are not the same as the marriage vows everyone is using. We are different people. Even it's just the physical body and the farmer minimum the creating here because every spirit that wants to experience this physicality, spirit into your bad time bakumbo, omunya de kro, omusuba nya de kro, omunti ase nya de kro. Ye nya bofo. Omuni honam. Ye Philippe. Oh, mama ye nyina ye take this ade we seriously. Mama ye mfe ndi agoro. Sometimes mama ye serious as people. So pastors, I'm giving you a job and the bishops. There is nothing like one fit all. The people keep failing. The people keep failing. Pamucho. The country nipo ama omo options. Ope obetumi aye customary right, obetumi aye bibia obetumi kura koye fie de no na wonye we. Mu de ba ko na mo ye, you keep failing. Mo finding out. Secret na ndem de ama mo. What do you want in your marriage? Ade ebe na ope wo waware im ka kire me. Ade ebe na ope wo waware im. Call your lawyers, write a new contract. It's very simple. Vows no chiro wo de a wo pe naka. Enu nti na eda ho e wo paper so a. Enye vow se wo fa na wo ready na wo sign ya enu na fe de wo adane vow ama wo. It as it is no de eda ho na emfa unim se no ntumi. You people keep failing. It is only in Ghana and Nyankopon betumi aka asem a kire obi. Enye ono na dweye o, onyame na ka asem no kire no. No china wasan aba se ono wasesa na dwen. Wadwen ye nyame adwen. Ye mobo. Ye kasa. When we get opportunity, we don't know what to say. Ye kasa. Kasa ne beba after you. Enti asem no de wo beka. It doesn't end there. You have freedom of speech. Wo betumi aka de ope. But asem na waka no de di akire ba no. De wudi wani hu no yesoronko na de amfa wani hu so twena ho twen. Enti se wontumi a na watro a new vow menua. Ebinum wo ho no ma prenup no omo pese omo sign it. Because omo nim se ejapade echiche wom. But ignorantly, they will go and sign the ordinance certificate. Now, ordinance certificate no so share with property automatically. When you na so for into omobunkom. Because mo be ye gidi no mo pion no mo be sign marriage no mo sign na mo gina ho hye court to pare na mo blessing marriage no eduru time egu a na mo tena se na fe court na asem na kwa akoduru na wusifie na wudi wo yere aduane. Write your own vows menua. Enye by force. Stop repeating the same vows that everyone else has been using since the beginning of the marriage law. Sesemu, mo upgrade mo because I saw one masisa dan no masisa set up no offering bowls first na ye rubber na ye dua masisa ni nyinara the way amuje tight masisa ni say your bank account ni the kick account. The main thing na affecting nipa no a eti asoro wo mo hwe na no so mo nsesem. Asama make boni bi wom. The marriage thing ne de mo ankasa mo hu se mo gu mo anim ase. Mo nsesem mo betumi aka de your life. The marriage is not for God. He doesn't care. Na say marriage ni kura ye Jesus nti ono oba o wi ase wan ware experience be no wo. This is a fierce bond of the witcher that is advisable to keep. I don't know maka kire ono sesem. You must keep the vow else do not sign it. And yen sign it kura. Ebinumu ye wise o. Obesha wedding dress na kwa asoro ho but on sign that. Inti obekwa kodwa nanum no is still a vow. Don't do anything or sign anything you know you cannot keep. Because nyina ewo nsunsanso ewo akire. Now let's look at money bond. The invention of money was backed by a druid spell. And that's what Masako can be. At this point you can call me the spear of destiny because that is where that name is coming from. The world star number 8 is equally coming from this group. Yes, at this point you can call me that name. The Western system of magic that stands behind Hollywood and the English language is the same power that was conjured for paper money. Masako hobio me call her and say nka me ye lose me paper. Omubu fu me time. And I may say adie to me use terms I be use. I am not saying what I saw or what I was taught, but I am saying what I experienced. But mekani ina so mubu fu me time. Committee yat. Some more kind the druidic episode na ye can say or mubu fu time. So the channels used for money to gain power over our subconscious mind are media, sports, entertainment, music, movies, lifestyle, and fashion. These are all druidic spells. For those who do not know who the druids are, they are some sort of high-class magicians and sorcerers of European traditions. They are the brains behind legal systems, politics, medicine, and others. Mean to me, can be brave. The episode the rest no. They provide the needed spells and spiritual fortification for these systems to work and sustain. Inti sa spells we didi sa niyama we nyina chi no. eno na ema wo break it off a eyedin. That is why Africans fight and kill each other for democracy and politics. Omo to abebie nipa wu. Se wonte ase a me breaking hu kakra akere. It is not just anything. Senka were terrific leaders they will just put things together. There is a top-rated magical force behind it. Because baby sa energies ni baby no they hold a you na me ka to say nipa we no omo nye be 10% impo 1%. I started their episode maso yeshi nti hangi ho but one day you betimi ayi nti me ntumi nkomu deep but me yes our episode no me kire mu movies bi a mo nko na mo nkohwe na mo get sa nkrofo no the way a omo ye adwuma do me kan niam bi a me di defend me ho so e ka de nti me ntumi nka ne bebre go to Ireland and Scotland baby ana mu kubala no wo no kubala owen wabaga na oba mo mama so nte and you will see them so hu omo nti me ka chem say ada na mo spirituality wo kuro mo ma ne yehu sa chechire nche na esu omo no mo na ase niama de aye fi ene de ho te sankrofo we hu omo a hwa hu omo mpo so mo ye obia. Those of you who have watched the Lord of the Rings movies, adana me ye druidic way no me ka chere mo mo kohwe there were 2 druid magicians in the movie mo kohwe na me ntumi nka ne bebre me ka ne bebre a maso on beje me nkra ta efri me nsem enti no esese wutumi ete ase na akọ na akọhwe. One is good and one is bad. Mbacho betumi akọhwe. That's just how to activate the Solomonic system. That makes the artificial world powerful in systems and principles like the church, religion, and others. So this is what we spoke about last week, the triangle, the hexagram, no, breaking it down at the amount. And he said, no, when one na who the Star of David and now the hexagram, no, and also say the pentalpha, no, we did this on spiritual hour, one shall be to me. That is why we place value on money over time and freedom. Ye pesikache bibia mesrewa hobrase yakwanso. Medical movie The Lord of the Rings no. Ubetumi akwohwe Harry Potter movie no so me nka ne maka chosa me ka ne bebre on baje me paper film nsem. Enti ubetumi akwohwe no so ube nka mebobọ bi edin ama ube hu druids ni bebre ewo omo the way they cast spells and all that no. Ube hu wo mo hwa with your consciousness ube nya become metitimu yie wa ha no mama hwa o maje me paper. That is why ye did sika ye di value to sika so echen bibia ye spell na edi akire no se wonji mi dia se sie pa wo hwa mi edi na odwen ho pa e wo wiase echen bibia che wo yire che wo mma che wo maame che den enye sika odwen sika ho chen bibia wonim die ntia odwen sika ho po chen wo freedom enu nti na wo ye adwuma tre wo nya kwan po nda ye sika o mo de bema ntia to me rest ye adwuma me ankasa so me pesika me so me ye adwuma papa me nda me rest nti me ndwen se me patre se sika anye ye place freedom anytime e di to sika so ye hia sika ne first because it casts a spell on the subconscious mind so that we fall into a deep hallucination, so we envision money as the value over our lives. Nti ye beko graveyard shift because e honum dey pay. Do you chew the money? Pacho. Sika no di bi fra eyeyi ni nyina ye de toto ade adani ye don sa. Obi betumi atu gate no wato beto safe no wato no wasa atu gate mbabi esika no wono obeja the entire house no wo ba babi esika no wono nko ade wato ne yere kura ntumi hu ye bo ebi no ho mo kan o musika wo se be toilet so because on person ne yere ana ni kunu ne obehu ade nti ne ye do sika sa. Your love for money cannot be your fault. Said the outdoors can your fault. You can't do anything about it. Money is too strong a force. Want to mean quenching because to me a dear children. Anoding. So be cry adwuma na ohun sika da bia ne lifestyle ye different. The ohun sika kora ne lifestyle ye different. Obi owo sika kora or command some aura. That is why I am so wicked. I do sika che nipa. O nipa da se new bibini. Ebeji 40,000 woni nua bibini wo sam do kwa America no wakoja na si Nigeria ni Cote d'Ivoire for whatever net. Oni pa betimi akofo obi ba no wagi sika o se me do wo company work wo Saudi Arabia, Dubai, name them. No di nipa nako uduru ho no mo no na ye de wakofie mu ye se koye house help. Wo kwa house help no so obeduru ho no mo no onipa na oji sika wo ho gi wo bibia wo ticket no passport no ono aso asa akọ sika wo ba bia wo koye adwuma no waton e wo ho eye sika nti na ye behavior to say we don't even know the power behind it. We don't know how to control the money. Any energy. You know how to place souls over money. We love money. That spell has eaten into us as black people because of one particular shift. A lot of things because of money, but baby sounds evidence it is alleged. There are children who are even in the stomach are prepared to sell them. Or waje 40,000, 50,000 no de akọ. A child that is about to be born is already sold out. It is alleged. We need evidence. Me nko kan se me evidence. We need evidence o. Sa abofra na oba wiase na o meduru ye no kura na ya ton no. Sa be dia ye de na ekose whatever. Eniama ekoso wo kurom ha because of sika no. Anu ntimi nka. Obi aso ntimi nka. Wonim kura wo ntimi nka. Because a kromu hana yete no sika spell ni yiti yen enti sa wo ka no krompo a omo betumi de sai sika na abese wa brabo obi betue sika ma obi ama na beku ato atwene mi ke nye se de wo ka na enye no kro eniama ye ni kromu ha fo sika enyame pe ena onim obi atwi nani minim nia ekoso eniama ye ni kromu ha fo sika ada wo be bie wani senya wo be hunu bibi beto wo so enti sa force we na e control yen na yen kasa yen sua the force na e control yen no so that ye be hu ni e be ye medical ka kiro me kire wo hwa ya e control but ye de ye hu nyina akoto bible so say blessed are the poor and the money is the root of all evil but ye really fi say bible na kasa so say money answereth all things. All these are cause that we lack understanding, we can't decode them. Inti eno ne yeka, but obibini eflepi free one side. Enti na sa spell we eye adwuma wo bibini so. Echen said their money spell ni ye adwuma wo broni so. Because obibini refi ne ho. Tie mi ye. Obibini ayeden ni refi ne ho e na spell we eye ne so adwuma. Enti sa money spell na do obibini so no one leader obetimi agi sika pepesi bebrebe ode ye nyina be ma so mo menyam ye fa nya mane omu fra asase no no mu ndua because of say sika na waje adenti na money spell we ye adwuma wo bibini so eche obroni because so what to kwanya I'm not saying so omo ye pepepe but utumi hu say omo systems ni how they adjust no yentumi endu kota ntini ye nyina edwane kɔ ho enye se bibi wo ho saa obroni so pesika na obibini so pesika ba mo yendi nokore the way ayen ye pesika no saa na omo pesika na na ye be ye anything for money ebi na mebobo so kire wo no eniama ekoso o menua eniama ekoso na me ka me kire wo obi anke ukoka so a ye be ba beyere wo do wakwade no so wo ho nye se eni ho ntumi nti ase. That is why you will beg someone to give you a job and pay you to use that money to pay bills and eat so that you will get the strength to come and do more jobs for him or her. It is a spell. Na real bibini echen yoburuni me chirem me explain so wutu kwan wo so wunim the way amoye adwuma wo. I'm not saying it is bad. I'm coming to explain or I'm coming to decode or I'm coming to reveal a secret to you. It's stronger than any form of hypnosis because even the human subconscious mind continues the effect of that spell on itself. Se sikasam no be hye wadwene mu a eye wa ade no kra you don't or no enya wura mu wi a it doesn't need to upgrade or anything no adwene na nkasa bobo ne ho adenti na edi bibini echen yobroni. Because the way we are corrupt, the way you pesika some, obie wajuma, man the juma ni biya manaye no when you be the namu or bekun. A croma want to be jawajuma and mobi. Until ya limited, ni si croma, or bibini bako ye jumani in amo bruno, or bayani pepe, bruno so and fano. But ni bibini dear, bread and one mano, or best send a jumani na. Yankasa, I don't know whether we are cursed or what. The Iblis episode, my pause on it a little bit. I will come back to it. Because Sawusha, Iblis, eni Nyankopon hwan na enim nyansa hwan na enim future hwan na hu Adam na hyase ne na wieye enye Iblis because Iblis saw Adam no say this clay I will not bow to Adam wieye firi ahyase Nyankopon obo wiase wa hu Iblis ankoto wankoto hu say Adam be feli nyame ehu later ena Nyankopon ka say wanu ni hu say obo nipa nti Iblis nim nyansa che Nyankopon ye beto aso o ye beto aso minim say ye Iblis din na me kan no say me kan say zongo roofing sheet na ye kokko no mo fa alawo akoba ne nkonkobo America no no mo bu afuo minim which one ye beto aso na wo hwe we a Iblis nim nyansa che Nyankopon Iblis say me nyo nega we obefeli poto ampa so Adam feli ye meboa afi Nyankopon say wanu ni hu say obo nipa nti wo a wo ye nyame ahu awie ye ne asase wo hu say nega we ontumi Iblis is more wiser than we. You better was our episode no so onye ne ne make. Baby a make kire wo say wo bibi ni unim nyansa chen buroni. But spell na wo ase eni ntia. Because nkrofo we bibi ye papers o. Papers. Ye de creators e wo ye tirim. Omo ne ye bo mu. Ye de ye fifi ye bo ye ho. We me say ye better wa Iblis asem no so. Spells na ya cast ato ye so na ye di paper echi. We don't resonate with papers until we are behaving like mad people. Why? I will explain. Inti spell na ma cast ato ye so no eye adwuma wo ye trim asabi before obi en trigger o obi en upgrade o obi en activate o eto adwene mu ana adwene na nka say process it. We will love money because of the spell na wo ye so no. Ti ye turn drugs man kola na ye sell. We don't care. They benya niama akolos ni red ni de keke kan omo keke minimi na ni nyina enya ha ahia na habo ha ne faba habo ho no obroni no control ho enya obibini enya sika ye pe spell na da ye so nti ye care about your generation some hu ntokwa na esi wo ehifan omo koboro nkrofo ya omo akoduru hospital ho nyina these people have nothing to die for sa niama we na me twem adwingina so obi si da bia me si bibi bo ede ye na ebo some atuma hu ne ekoso de nkra ye de akoma Nigeria for ye nya hwio ye betena ha ye tobe me ka kire mo me si ade bia start free soro ho a ye ba be wiewie mu so nti nke start free soro ho a na mo we terric leaders to Africa na nka mo start mo te ya mo ntena ho na mo hwe me na me meka me nim hwio metufo ani money spell na after before so no I say yadri that is why it is good to see someone who has money and aims to have that obi hu obi a no pe me baba ako eko okoshia obi guy bi ewo baby you have beautiful girls ena okoye no guy ni gina bonten twen me ba no nti oduru ho no mo no na me ba na eko park brabus ewo ho o park brabus no wo ho no boy ni hu na onu tu ni ka no jam ba no kokoye na wo be hia me na wo park brabus waji sorry na adwen ni wo fom na so betumi aye ni maame de betumi aye ni papa de a ehu wadwane okọ eye good say we benya adepa I'm not saying you say nye good but adepa bi a wanya na di pain etu obi so no e na problem no e wo no enti eye say we behu obi na wasua no na wa appreciate no no one hates money obi entan sika na make no me ba ni ka okọ park brabus no boy ne watu eja no nim sa de ma meka otwi kakra nti we ndi senka wo na wo ye ni ku a ka ma me be ku abodo obaram say forget no oyo hufo so yo hufo dia otu ye gu achu obe da hwe forget no amitu me banofo no one hates money. I personally love money. It is not a coincidence. It is not just a paper. And yes, sika hu hia o ehia ba eba ne se na sa spell ya ko bibini adwini ma boroso a odi nipa ebetu sa sika na chi eno na me ba be kire no. When I traveled to Britain and met the Druidic society, I have that thing with them. Their presence may make you feel they are nobody, like nkrofo be ni omo hu to say. O sha omo hu a, you will be like they don't matter. Omo come to say, but trust me, since the Middle Ages in ancient times, their spells and sorcery have helped the European civilization to control the subconscious of the planet through the system and philosophies. Me say, eniama mi sua, Se me pese me nye sika wo mu a anka sori a me bie no ne krom a mahu so obi bia sori anipa ankoda na me a me woni am be ye encomiums ka sori a me bie no ka mu hu ni am be ye. But what are spiritual people doing here? We say things that is so embarrassing. And then yes, sending crowd microphone on spirituality. No. What are we sending to their minds? The leaders will not even take us serious. We tell people, bath this, chew this, smoke this, and you will see angels and they will make you powerful and they give you money. Who told you this? There's nothing like shortcut wealth. It doesn't exist. But in Africa, when you ask heads of state to be serious with spirituality, they would rather organize a church service. Another system that is controlled by Rome, the motherland of Druid magicians. Intinka sorry nimpo. Anko mo befa this. Mpo no nko mo aye ni yie na nka ya benefit ya nke ye because eno na leaders no awire ehiem but omo mugu asori ho nyinara so. Said the Bible kind no omo keka omanim ekire nyamesompa nenso omo nimu ahode. The main rituals they have zero knowledge about it and I'm telling you anka coronavirus into me meto asori dining e dey na mo ye no ho mo feli wo bibiem. I am not saying this to shame the church or something. I'm just drawing your attention to this and you know what I'm saying is making sense. From the vows ya besi baby amabedu e die be important na mo ye mo ya entimi influence nothing apart from abusing the power you have. Na leaders no kra mo mfre yen because yankasa de wa ye ho poto what spirituality nim kra bufu ye tan hwan na e kofre wo asofo na no mbefre nti nkaye nti se nkomo nsoso wo the spell and now what they can actually use to trigger the name they are calling na nkaye ye nya benefit kakra ewom na nsoso no bibia ye shallow stuff e wa soro koso. Now I'm talking about money because we are already in the hypnosis of money. Therefore whoever steps into your channel or stream of money can end your life or distort your gift as a sorcerer. Me say nkrofo bebre me na me introduce spiritual people ama mo chen anybody in Ghana. You cannot dispute this fact. What time kura wunim say no kure na maka. Ye we bi no ho mo betina set no so the way they were coming so hopeful. So say who now say hey baby adunye. Now we are show because of money. We don't want to work. We want easy way because that is what we are preaching. If you are a spiritually gifted person, I am not saying don't love money because no one under this age can withstand the force of money. Not even me. Me can't trust sika. Money is the root of all evil. I need cash. I need money. Tanka me here sika tanka me here me here me tax. Me ye adwuma ma me rest nti no mo frɛ me dade bomo no me ye adwuma te say dade. Me too, I love money because I love big stuff. If I'm pulling me say me pull up big time and I will scream luxury to your ears. If you know you know. We know that they happy be at me. Enti I am not saying say money nye but baby yen sa spell no dey yen akono enu nti ne ye continent na ti say. So onya bi dia no kra who can be enya no kra. Me I work for the money I get. Tina me say spirituality you can't make money out of it. Honestly, you do it with love. But obey adwuma no. Love now we share with spirituality now we care about souls nti. Na ma wadwuma na ye. But the advice is that if you can do what all powerful natural sorcerers do. And can no ye dia as Africans. Because in Africa, fear be a ube be a natural abilities. So there are sorcerers that will tell you say, Onipa wa be mufan kamania and soon chini motum, soon feeding echi. You see, there is a war between artificial money, which is paper money, which is not for you as a black man, and natural money, which is farming and agriculture. That is you. Asama mike, enyawa. Do you need a fortune teller to come and explain this to you? In fact, go back to the time of slavery. Almost omo Arab for omo ba almost omo beto spices ni de keke kan hu. Were we taking papers? Is it not exchange we were doing? So paper the any free hin buy. Time mpo eduru ba bia na yesi ye bibi dia represent sika na nya de. Enti paper we enum na free hin. You see the spell? You are not something that is made out of something. You are raw material as a black man. Enti things ya make it up doesn't resonate with you. A distort you, a shaky your brain, a man will behave like an animal. And this spell has eaten us to extent that we see our natural monies as a punishment or a curse. We will go to Italy and weed. We will go to Germany and weed. We will go anywhere and weed and do farming. We don't want to do it here. Now, the farmers in my farm, I mark 60 cedis a day, the list. 60 cedis a day, a month, 1,008. But they don't want to work there. Everybody want to come to Accra. The obey adwuma wo ho no so ye adwuma 1 year. Wo be ko ho biemu no, ye say sika no onyan no, or the etu kwanko Dubai. You see how this spell is working on us and how it should be, how it be important for our leaders. So mo baba be etheric leaders, no mo tumi investing in agriculture. Epa mucho nkokon nkitinkiti no. Yenya nkokon yenya omo ana ye kraba na ye de machine na ye. Agriculture wo ho. A country a omo oni omo aduane omo di bibie ni ho ebetumi atwa fa omo so. Can we look into this? I'm not saying you go getting you. Nobody should go and lie. It's okay. At least people will do it. Though poultry farm is not a chicken change. I know a lot of people who have done it. I'm lose big time. But I'm not condemning it. But what happens to farming? Ni na ye agriculture sector na bi. Nko getting no so wo mu abi. But the me pese me kire ne say ye duane no. A ye di no. Ye ne den. I will take up this episode also one day. The entire obibini elusu sa farming and agriculture year. A bigger problem for no. No could deep papers in here. Money has stolen the influence of the goddess of agriculture and makes you replace all the things you do agriculture for with money. Adie bi a wodi afuo wo be ye wasase no so no. Ye jai ni na ye de akohwehwe paper. Enso adie we wo Bible mu coded. Tio. Adie we wo Bible mu coded. O say Onyankopon bo asase ni bibia wie ye no. Wantonsuo ama enwura bia anyini because na onipa ni ho a obetele ground no. This is a huge code in the Bible. Na before ye na ye farms. Ye na ye tile grounds no. Ye na nanom no mo tile grounds ni no mo nyini check 120 no wa fresh. Betumi awo 10 prim be hu no gina ne na so. That is where our strength is. Na ye di ye duane. What happened? Se see bibia ye paper. The source of money no ye mpe nti they will bring paper to one African leader. Obetumi aton ye nyina. We will take paper and give all our gold. We will take paper and give all our lithium. We will take paper and give all our diamonds. We will take paper. We are miserable. This is why we are poor. The raw source of money. Ye be di ndua ni nyina bema. Na ya gi paper. Forgetting say ye ndua no na ye di ye paper no. You see? Till we get etheric leadership. Ye be branch and say they ye bre. You want to feed your family. Instead of creating a small fish pond, a small poultry farm, and a corn and cassava farm. Yeah. So we will be our bam from the pool side to the backyard. Bibi e important to me. We share kitchen, nechiwa, vegetables, any all the things are midi. Medidi e kitwebi. Bon sama ye wo fie ho. Nti anapa obi e do na wate na wa ye no wedi. Ye betwa ndua ni nyina tuwagu ne ya tile place ni nyina ne ye dua ficus aponche kora enwe ne ye dua wo ho say I started screaming agriculture for the past 3 years na me screaming. Who is taking on agriculture? Abe sesi abe engo kora ye kra jene ye kra tomatoes ye kra sesi enkrofo de aburo so bakronim we say mama yentina ha senya na 3 years 4 years to come afi ye be hu e kompa obi sam say dey na eba me na me nkoka this year twensu eto ye dua eburo twa ye san dua eburo manasan aye esan no so san ebo ne ye tikrom aye se ekom de ye kra bibia from a moto agbalimo to toothpick ye kra ni na ne ye deba eden potin na eye yen eden spell and eye ye ho adwuma. Can the leaders look into this? Ye nyahwe and all this elite impeyimfo na omu de omu nya sika no easy no omu feel say wo di sa kan nyama ne de keke ka ho a na wo cost big malls na wo kototo sa nyama no a eno na kire say wadu ai ena kire say wo sika eno ne ye kidney na eye rampant na mo dialysis so aka sesen menye ye obi e metwi wadue gine niama so yetna ha ne ye wo sika ma ensu a ye nom kora ye kra efi krom na enso ni pe wankra mba se de obenum wa ye poisonous ase bibia hey and a backyard garden for the family you ignore all this and focus on money because in your hypnotic mind when you get money you can eat and feed your family beto bibia wa bonten sesi ekwadu ewo krom ha kora enye ye de ya mango ewo krom ha enye ye de ya hey yasem na ye serious na sesi emire kura uhu bi na ware enwa kura apo yenyen che say I don't know ye detach from bibi biare make yen as black people we are sad na fam no ye promote da ye pa kesem ye bekwa akoto bibia kokko kura ya che ye pa de ya kan ye gu box ne ye enu na ye papa ye bekra bibia aba yenge yentumi nye ye system ni yie na obi akodu eburo na aba na omudi eburo ni fi kuro ba akunu mu aba na eno ye funo hwan na beto ye kuro mu eburo ni na ye yellow na sesi e no mu wi owo se wo ka bankunu na ye yellow nkrofo mpe na nkrofo no de na omudi ba na ye white nti efe obi e koto eno ti ye de na ye dua wa ha no ye ni ye maame ni ye mpanafo ni ye nkodiom at this point no mama me take advantage na me address me client ni mu bi tie plant na me beye wo fie ho ma wo no enkrofo beba na mo abeteki places no na ma top plant no either you want birds in your home se wo ope birds wo fie wa wo mfa kraman nkoho ye wo fie a ye de birds gum ene ye wo fie a ye de embo a omo vibrate wo ombo a omo ano eye mienu ebie sei na esi wo enu mi ntumi kire be ma video na ye tenten enti se wo pe a de wo mu aye no men ka se wo pe bibi e wo mi fie wo fie size nye mi fie ntumi nya bibi a ona nye fie ba akoso na metim enti me pa ocho se wo pe bears a no we choose bears wo pe other animal no se wo pe enkraman so a no we choose enkraman ye one ena enya me ena meba first me ba fie ho when all your plants are being purchased ena me be mounted ewo vantage point nti mpe so obia etumi etisa de we ase edema maybe a metwa baabi kakra bi ahye video nu ama wa hu obi di aya mount woni gate ni ade mpa wo cho bebrebe se wuni ama ne ye ready na meba I have workers se me na me koni na anka mewu but se wuni ama no ye estimate ni na ama na wuto bibia wi a na afa me ma ba na ma be mount ni nyina and I want you to understand this for me please so what you say adwuma me ye no anu nya spirituality nti me charge you sika na maye ti ase spirituality I do it with love and then it's my passion nti anu de me fa nya sika yes so ye mpese ye behwe ye duane a ye bedi because ye ma ehu sa dokora ye punishment but why don't you get a family land and feed your family directly instead of using a middleman called money me was sika metumi atobibia nti adwen ye wo ye tirimuni it's a spell enu nti ne yewu entam no cause niama na ye toto no ebi a na enye mayen but opani bi nya ni sika wom nti on to me stop se ma mo fa hwe mayen di yagbali mo wa ha yendi ye bibia wa na enu mponso ho omo ba na omo be change niama na e wa se e banche omo de white one bi aba ena omo de ba ku bi aba wutu a na ndi ebebre na wase enu de ye di twi gari nko a onu wampo a emben ye chese ye di datena se amaniama ye mre ama ebinum ama ye de ye ewu yato ye ho atwene because of money spell Udi echira obekasa ma bibia towo so. Me nuanom, say yanhwe aduane a yebedi a, me nuanom, mo ana mo kan yo, a hungry man is an angry man. Yes, that's where the spirit of money comes in. No matter what, money wins. Ekuromu asa wa unim. What's a bed they said then? Nyame ambemu a, nyame de ehia. But those who fight on the side of Mother Nature and suffer with her finally break through the slavery of the money hypnosis. Enti ukwa ekurase a ubehu saa de we ya meken ewo ho. Omu sikasam no eye kakra chen ya begu nkrahane ya wild. Ahade enye kura. Omu kwa afuom ni ade na little money is okay for them. Nso omu ne de na yeyom yesisi yom. They finally realized that even if you use Mother Nature's power to feed your family, later, people who are under money slavery will go to work and bring you the money to give them some of Mother Nature's love. Inti no muye adwuma no won kran ha. When we say coronavirus by na lockdown by na pineapple kra ye nya bi nto. Inti mo prisika no wo kurom ha no ma ye ka kire msa mo ye nkwohwe kura na se amon pene ankrofo mo ani nkitinkitin eje ho boso e be wi ase no na mo ton de ye di ewu no e de amaye no ye ndan ye ni nkwohwe amon ya ye prisika obi ye bankran no wo bankran ni wie ye no sika no wo de koto den wo call back akohwehwe de Mother Nature de ama no ade na mo ma ye mfa ye ni nkoho ni ye nye ni ye. So in witchcraft sustainability, we encourage everyone with gifted abilities to protect their aura and psychic gift by making themselves dirty on the land and using Mother Nature to grow and feed their family directly. This is what your ancestor was doing. Enti naya ye disisi from any omo tele ground no mama o secret no Bible no understanding no na eni ho. Oh black man, all our system is broken down and we are watching. We don't care. What will save us has become a curse for us. Because o family we are sike be kum na omo be tena afuom okra wiom be wia wo no. Because ayet say wo yakura che say wo de tete na say America farm for 3 years in ebi no ate agum eye mbodwa bi. With that, they avoid the bond of money and can operate in freedom. Nti ye we kurase no ye wo freedom than wo awote ha. Eye wo say wadu. Opa, odi asema mi kehwe. Omo wo sika pa no. Ubehu said omo ba no wo weird sicknesses bi. Kurase kwahwe on shatade onam ho ne nan reform si nkola no tonsuom no mo so emi a. Fa kuroma akola akoto de otie kura na se na hwe ne na ase we aye dedenden. Obo ne twede ba ko e be pa ye pumoja. Nso ye ne so no ote ha the condition mu. Ye kuye ho. Dia make nyina ne se mo my attention embra sa niama we so. Ebeboa yem papa. Let me quickly add this. In fact, me ka assembly asase ma me nka we no bi amedwen foforo. Cause ebinum adwen wo fom. The example of the late Daddy Lumba and the wives was only used for explaining the concept of marriage and spirituality. Pese obi en get it way straight. It does not mean I support one wife or two wives or anything. I don't care. I'm not a blogger. When you are listening to me, listen to me with akumapa. So you will get my messages. So you don't go and say, Mami Grace is saying, I don't really care. I'm not interested in fighting over who is a wife or not. And yet my problem. So I don't want you to go out there because Mami Grace is saying the legal wife is wife or who. I don't care. It's none of my business. I have told you I'm not a blogger. I only come in when something is said about spirituality and it is brutal. That is when I come to address because of where I stand. In fact, if you ever watch my editorial title, Kraken of Marriage, marriage no kra mbese men kan wasem no, go and watch Kraken of Marriage, and no pe. And no kra nkrofo twenya, e di 2 years, omako tutum no mo san eka. It's still okay. You will understand that family holds an important influence on the soul contract. Abusuya can make you. And Ebusuya can make you. And understand that Ebusuya is what will give you identity and tribe. Because until they also hold a contract in your soul. Until you can just go and watch Kraken of Marriage. It's still on my platform. So marriage ni po mi se men kan wase baby kakra me pon e was 2 episodes. Kraken of Marriage 1 and 2. platform we are so. So just as I have said, a contract of law have a spiritual impact. At the same instance, family or customary marriage holds importance. Eno enye shallow. Ni na ya de ehu. Kwafia krakan of marriage. The family has authority over your soul and can influence you to give your yes or no for soul contract. Ye we abusua bi wo ho a omo wo akola rituals bi omo ye no. Na omo change akola ni soul contract no omo de bibi ahyem kura dada. Eno na meka na hyase no. Ti se wunni ma obekọ akware obi e ware na wo so kware ibi. Twempena dwen wo. We nya futu bone. In fact, some people do not have free will because of abusua bi a ye wuwutu ntu ni free will. Because of rituals bi a ye. Their will is subject to the authority of their family deity. Because some families have rituals that makes a child relinquish their soul contract to an authority until that contract expires. We can equally do this episode. When we say know yourself, you have to investigate all these things. Now what you say about course, I would the emperor now bet to me atwene watwe awoma. Wa worry 5 times ni nyina egu. Wo de enkwase ebuo na unam. Hwehwemu e. Ada na hwehwemu. Wonko a woni be ma de bebo nkoma wodi ni ko ofia the next thing la obi kura wo hu wade no owura mu ba ko na afam no na okọ find out o. Knowing yourself goes beyond the amuninim no. Ye levels of consciousness. Inti ye wabusua bi wo ho no a wo boada. Ye wo no ebi wo ho a ye wo na ye dwiri utiri hu nwini na de na mo di tiri nwini ye. Ebi wo ho mo yi for you sake. Ebi ye be yi utiri nwini na ye yi wo mowere. Abusuya bi a woni di o. What do you know about yourself? Usually when the priest dies or the god is violated and it cancels the deal. Utiri ye na priest no da wo na opiapia abo no. Ewu. Na sa obi di achiwade bi koka adeko a na oto wo na o ye na. Ene na a cancel deal na ma. Enye sa de a wo boada. Ebia ne the way a ye chechire no, ene the way a ewie. Find out. What do I mean? What I'm saying is that law has spiritual powers. They can't play. And sometimes people from birth give away their free will at the soul level to the family god. They want God hold on. You know much we are day because the focus is on it. No, into more energy what as hard you know. To me do no mako you be man. By way of birth rituals that their parents agree to. Inti obi wa ya wo ya obi ane ne die oyo. Ye wo nkranfo ne bi wo to me de akola ne beto fom. E wa abonten omo de ne hu omo yi ne hu naked no omo de ato fom. No omo de akosoro. No omo they have rituals they do. Ebi so omo yi abofra ne tiri wi nyina obi a wo rituals omo ye. Mu nyina mu bi sa omo. Ade omo ye tete mira no ebi mu wo ho a ye twa omo akam. Na ye nua sorofo ni bi etwa omakam ebi wo mu twitwa wo mo fruma ho mo finding out all these things why they were doing all these things so that untumi nya ho chipa wo behu obra bi esa wo bo obra nsesa wo bo what you say vow bi esese wo take any vow bi nsese wo take ebe boawo se nsesa wo ware na esa wo ni nipa ne twemp na se mu coexist a ma wo mo mba mo wo ho bibi ekoyie Therefore, when your family agrees that this is your husband or wife, it is finished. Inti men dream say, di bema ni ko fie ono okoya ade ni wie na omubu afu no bi afa ne ba bi nti when your bema foforo asa. Wan hwe di ya wote wa na afi wo yamu mma na ni wo da o. Because kan we amubu afu nti mma me pushi nkosoro. Wan hwe ni ya ba hwe no na wo yamu mma na ni wo da. Afe wo na wo yi sika ma bema. Afe wo you are marrying yourself and trying to prove to the world that what? Do you know what you are buying? Also, the chief keeper of free will is the spirit living in the persons themselves. Free will, no, the energy in your body is the one with the super authority over your free will. That is why I'm saying that just work on it and take yourself out of it. That is the only thing. If not, anytime at all, you have the power by divine authority to reclaim your free will and so from anything you have please do so. Aware no fi ma jai. Ko jai ni properly. Yes, even in soul contract, by word of mouth and reclaiming through inner conviction, you can re-establish your free will or your soul's independence. So wokwa sorry a almost ma wonsa so na affair me. Say, Lord Jesus, I come into my life. Meso mo me nkwande nyina by force. Na wa ma wonsa so na wa affair me. Who feel say a joke. Enye joke, ujaya sorry na reaffirm it for your freedom. A lot of you have been initiated into so many things. You feel say won ko obi enweja inti enu anu no. You were a joker. Eniyama wo kan ye de wo fe dware ye ne wo num ye. Ni nyina di wachi. Until whenever you are going to do something and you don't understand and you do it and you want to find a way to now akwaje bosom now osofo akosesa na wakotu egu. Hey, it doesn't work like that. Now am mama be mount your altar ignorantly. Do you know in some okan ye wo be kai ni nyina aka. Mo ye careful o. Obi eni wo so obi adwuma. But ye kan asem na akire. This is what Christianity underscores as salvation by grace. Wasan kaso say salvation is individual. Nkofo wey Bible na wokita one tasse o. Amna make akire one tasse. Se nche wota asa nche won wo abrabo be yedo. Na so won ala one tasse. Wa ma hon Jesus, wa ma hon God, wa ma hon Satan, wa ma hon devil, wa ma hon abaze. So was it triangle being in ala was infused was who code was ama hon there one je. Wonya abotala was be hwehwe asem nim no won nam no kokwasa won abrabo aye achewachew. Ekoka was won bu efu. Azi ya mika si ale. Our Bible, what salvation is individual. One can salvation church. You can write your vows. This is what I'm saying. Don't go and vow as someone to mean this. Now as why she also for bishop one will give it to bre. The only point is this: your soul can be redeemed by you at will. At will. But when you wrong someone in the physical realm, those consequences are different. Don't get confused about these two. Your soul can redeem itself at will. By wronging somebody, and also another consequence, a different thing. Don't get confused about these two and don't put them together. So, even though you can reclaim yourself by yourself without paying anything, physical actions have consequences. Until we bet me the soul, akwa bibim. Now one kasa wakasa where you soul no so afiri ho. But they are physically no ko di ye. They are physically wo koye wo ho. Nipa na wati ya ne nsa so ne. And so another thing we can also take that one no as episode ni yaka. That is why prison sentences are targeted at life and your years on earth. And only your physical ade a wo koye no sunsun so. Nti I don't understand say wo ya spiritual person no obi akọ wiade. Wako repi obi osofo. Obi akọ wi obi sika. Me obi wi am sika no de me call osofo obi osofo ne mompa yengu me so. You the craze. We are spiritual person no obi wi obi sika. Now wo say wo de wo ye bibi na nipa ne wi rafi. It doesn't work like that. It's not spirituality. Ade a wo de honam ne jaye no esunsun so ba wo so honam ani. Fe no to utirim. So keep causing people pain and tears and think it is okay. And not in a prison sentence. That is why prison sentences are targeted at life and your years on earth. After death, all sentences that apply to your physical presence are done. And you physically dies with the physical body. Physicality. Any physical body, the spirit is king. So be artist idea we say. Until they found one baby. But the audio so ni ye serious. Inti niyama ye sign pa de. Any spells, you're careful about it. So, a Christian will tell you that when you come into the space of Christ, your soul is saved, but you will go through tribulation. What you say? Into omo ka kire say your soul is saved. That is the spiritual aspect. But oboni otini there na man ye dosu. It is a code that is telling you that you can give your soul to Christ, but physically ade obeye bia obekom. Into when they tell you so be back Christo ma na bibia ye foforo. Na dada ni nyina atwam. Eya wo se na atu na mfifi. Wunufu na egu na abeto fallen heroes. Omo nsori ngina ho. Utrim dwene. Aye mbeye black. Munti course na mukita nase. Ebeboa mo. Me dia me boa mo. Aya muntu minye abutre na mun differentiate physical asem ni spiritual asem. Pamocho pa na mun jai se bibia ntimu mo man crofo onko hospital. Mo na musete be bompa ye be say you lack knowledge. The spirit is different from the physical body. In short, yes no nya Nyankopon. Oman buru na ma na enum nyina nya na lady ba o se owo ho no mutu na ni kotodo etu ye nyina ohu ye. Na uni a Yesu no nya Nyankopon. Physical body ni go through. Omo buru ne papa. What din so iche according to your ba what din wura ni tiri na ko share na enyu na enyu etu. What na enyu etu no ya maame girl ne ka obo abeboa. In short, is the whole grace of Christianity a scam? It's just a question. Don't get angry. Maybe if you ask me this question, I will say yes. I make my opinion. My opinion I make. But I won't be the one to say it because I don't want to be attacked for saying the fact. Amia, me hu jo papa. Me pa mo asem o, ami minyim kasapo. Ami mi tie ya. Me be chire dem asem mi mu. Ah, na malama adwen ye edwuma. Be in bedwemo. You see, you people should be honest. You should understand spirituality and understand physical things. You will help the church. Oh. A hand that does not work will not eat. It is a physically a page. The physical world na yetim no woni needs. Na spiritual world na yetim no so woni needs. Ebusua. Ya ka kire so wudwale wo honam physically a wo benye sika. No obibini. Edi akire. Na katam na wo wa yedwale nya sika anka na busu ohia bewom. Kire mi ntwam ko no manya asem. If God can feed the birds of the air, how much more me? Lie down and open your mouth, and manna will fall from heaven and enter your mouth. Redemption of your soul is in your grip. It's not in the Bible, it's not in anything. The redemption of your own soul is in your grip. Or say, Obi amfa yam hihye ne ahopopo emfa nya ne nkwaje hu adwuma. I didn't write this in the Bible. The redemption of your soul is not in your pastor. It is in your own grip. No one can save your soul or liberate you from any soul or spiritual covenant. Nobody. You can save yourself by watching and taking care of everything. You write your own vow. I'm happy this conversation has begun so that we can all know how to protect our spiritual gifts. More comes next week. Nanka me ye boy iblis hona iblis. Ne hono nanka me bo hwa 3 episodes. But in Crawford was wobokum. Wobokum. So what wobokum shwa enche me problem. Bia na we bu me name. I'm so me better me trafa ako. 2 episodes ye beto aso. Ya start ye hwe mesi me iso oboko. Sisi ala di bi ala make biala. Ibisi me zo no. Me kade a osemize ono mi ke ya what sisi ala mi hu aye nsem ala mi hu nsem wa aye de job nu hukulu mi hu nsem wa aye de job nu hu akulu nu be biala etutukulu awu mamfa unsi ate ola aka nsumobu twa nsumobu tomoshe ai akram